Hey, Rev.Al Shopman. My name is Charles Cruz, and I live in Washington, D.C. and run a small organization called Boots on the Ground Advocacy Group. On Twitter, that's at BOTGAGLLC, and Gmail, BOTGAGLLC at gmail.com. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I was listening to you on TV, and whatever I can do personally or my organization can do to help with this rally on DC. I just open up whatever I have to you guys, man, and share the same thing that everybody else in St. Louis share. And I have 2 kids, and I don't want anyone to gun down. So, whatever I can do to help, just let me know. And God bless you, National Action Network. God bless those people in Ferguson that's standing strong and standing tight, and not letting anybody tell them that they have to move out at nighttime. That sounds so much like slavery. I just can't tell you how bad it is to me to feel like that. Those people up there telling, they saying that they have to be in the house at a certain time. That's like the slave man telling the slaves, you have to go to bed at a certain time. That sounds like the Department of Correction worker saying to a person locked up in jail that it's time to roll over and lay it down. It's time to get off the telephone. It's time to do these things. Come on, man. You can't tell people, under the First Amendment rights, you can't tell people that they can't protest as long as they protest in the right way. And a handful of people looting, that don't mean nothing. And as far as Michael Brown go, no one, and I mean no one, deserves to be shot while trying to surrender. Nobody. Be black, white, green, and yellow, brown, or whatever color. And this cop is supposed to be trained. If a person turns around with his hands up, whatever, first of all, you shouldn't be shooting nobody in their back in the first place. It just shouldn't happen. I was in law enforcement. I know a lot of people in law enforcement, man. Real cops don't do that. And it just seems, I don't understand why people make it seem like this is a hard thing to judge. Not judging the man who shot him right now, because that in the court of law, I'm sure he's going to get that. I'm sure of it. But judging the police department as a whole, the police department should be judged, should be investigated. Because from the top down, from the prosecutor and everybody else, man, those guys do not value black teens, black people, or anything else. And the chief can say that guy's a gentleman and everything else, but he wasn't gentle on that day. On that day, he reached out to choke that young man through the window of his car, probably. And when the young man got the best of him, he pulled out his gun like a punk. That's what he did. I mean, it seems so clear. But these guys going to trump up. They're going to manufacture so many things. And I say that on the basis of putting out that dumb video and those stills when you're supposed to be telling the world that who the cop's name was. So I really don't believe that they hold any kind of trust in that town. I mean, I live in Washington, D.C., and I don't trust him. Just by what he be saying, not by his actions and by the way you can look at this guy and tell that he is so uncomfortable talking about this because he knows that he is lying. The same thing to go for when police officers say, if their eyes twitch, a certain movement, this, that, and other, go for people who they be trying to investigate. It's the same thing they go for bad cops, or just cops who got caught up in some stuff that he knew he shouldn't have did, and afterwards didn't know how to. I mean, what cop shoot somebody, leave, and then go pack a bag and leave town? And the biggest thing to me, another thing to me is that the parents who are taxpayers are paying for him to skip town when he killed their kid. And they asking people to stay strong, stay nonviolent. It's hard to do that when you done shot my son, and I'm still paying for you to chill out. You ain't even in jail, ain't been indicted, and the prosecutor say he don't want to indict him, or he ain't going to indict him. I mean, it's crazy. So please, in the media, stop calling this young man a man. He wasn't a man. He was 18 years old. He's really still a boy, still a kid. You can tell that by him, if that was him in the video snatching cigars. And when the last time I heard somebody getting killed over a cigar? You better check that story too, because that sounded a little fishy to me also. But anyway, listen, Rev.Al, again, man, you are a man among men, and I thank you for you. I thank the Lord for you, and I think that more people need to get involved, and I think more people need to stand up. And my thing is, if they say stand up and don't shoot, I say stand up. I say hands up and head down. Because these jokers out here now, they just popping young teenagers off, young black teenagers specifically. They just popping them off like I don't know, like rabbits in the burrow, man. I don't get it. So look, Rev.Al, again, I extend all my services to you. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. I'm doing this from my heart, and I'm not a rich person by any means, and that's how I got into this thing. But at the same time, I know how to get you in touch with people in the community, because we want everybody out there, all communities. Come to my community, Ward 7, and talk in my community and get everybody in this neighborhood, as I do every day. I talked about it today. I talk about it tomorrow, and I've been talking about it since it started in this neighborhood. This is what we get when we don't vote in midterms. This is what we get. We don't vote, and people say we don't. Look, man, I don't care nothing about no vote. They don't do nothing for me. No, that's because you don't vote. It does not do anything for you if you don't vote. What it does do, though, it put those people that we know will try to do us harm in office. Think about that. Hey, this Charles Cruz. I'm here in Washington, Rev.Al, and hey, whatever you can do, whatever I can do to get these people out here and make sure that everybody feels the bill on this rally here in DC. Okay, appreciate you, man. Love you, and God bless all of you, or everybody. Thank you.